Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Weekly Midnight Radio. I'm Adli, the host and the owner of this Weekly Midnight Radio program. Through this program, you could learn about various notable games, in my opinion, and then you could also learn about various streamers on Twitch.
Welcome back to Weekly Midnight Radio episode 89. Selamat datang kembali di Weekly Midnight Radio episode ke-89. Kita baru saja mendengarkan satu lagu. Tadi ada dua lagu. Ada Iron Api dari Naif, lalu ada Pahina tadi Cup of Joe di request oleh Mas Kun. Tidak mengerti saya apa yang dibilang dari tadi. Bahasanya Tagalog dan saya tidak mengerti. Anyway, pada malam hari ini seperti sudah disebutkan tadi, bintang tamu kita ialah seorang streamer di Twitch yakni Vincent VNZ Vogel. Sudah bisa dilihat di atas. Dan tadi ada beberapa request dari viewer juga sudah dimasukkan ke list-list berikutnya. Jadi akan kita putarkan nanti setelah break pertama dan break kedua ya begitu. Selamat malam, selamat datang. Tadi ada beberapa yang baru datang dan aku belum menyapa. Ada siapa ini? Ada Yahmir, kemudian ada Aroe, ada Naunabunkin, kemudian ada Mr. 49 juga. Selamat malam, selamat datang. Seperti biasa, di awal sebelum masuk ke segmen pertama, kita akan menyaksikan beberapa klip terlebih dahulu. Vincent sendiri merupakan seorang streamer yang sudah lama nge-stream di Twitch. Dan kayaknya ada beberapa momen yang mungkin bisa mengingatkan para penonton lama dari Vincent, atau mungkin baru yang belum pernah kenal dengan Vincent sebelumnya, mungkin bisa diberikan gambaran kira-kira seorang Vincent biasanya nge-stream seperti apa. Seperti itu kira-kira. Jadi ada beberapa klip dari Twitch serta ada dari TikToknya sendiri. Nanti mungkin bisa kita tanya-tanya lagi ya terkait apa yang dikerjakan Vincent di belakang. Sementara itu, mari menyaksikan beberapa klip-klip berikut ini dan semoga bisa memberikan gambaran kira-kira seorang Vincent VNZ Vogel seperti apa biasanya di stream.
Nice.
Let's go.
God damn it. I got
more
fixed
armor.
on an Epicurean.
Nope.
Oh, what was that? Oh shit.
Today, I wanted to eat a croissant, Quazzle. So I went to a place that sells croissant, Quazzle. And I bought a croissant, Quazzle. And I returned home with the croissant, Quazzle. And then I ate the croissant, Quazzle.
No, cow, come here. Fucking drown. Fuck! I killed the cow! Oh, my heart work! Oh. No. No. Angel. Door close. Fuck.
Run! Oh, there's a working. I just thought the world still with that. That's a lot more cooler. Look at that suit up, Levin. Also, why are you guys driving Levins? What's up with that? Ah! Fucker! What the shit? What the fuck? No, no, no. No, no, you little shit. You little mother effer. Yeah, that's right. Dumbass.
Wait.
Oh shit!
Did you die? Oh shit.
I need someone to clip that.
Wow,
That
where
was
are
so
you?
funny. Near the base, I was
Wow.
slingshot. That was so funny.
I claimed that, but it's like really far right now.
I was slingshot, guys.
Damn.
Nah, sudah selesai. Kita sudah menyaksikan beberapa klip dari channelnya Vincent. Ada banyak sekali kak, dari yang paling jadul, dari yang jadul sekali seperti yang 3 tahun lalu sampai ke sekarang, dari Kwasong dan Molen dan segala macamnya. Cuma biar tidak lama-lama dan mungkin bisa tanya-tanya, mungkin kepo kenapa tiba-tiba Kwasong, Molen dan segala macam, kita bisa tanya nanti abis ini di segmen pertama ya. Mari kalau begitu kita masuk ke segmen pertama. Oke, seperti biasa pada malam hari ini kita akan mengenal
Halo.
lebih dalam mengenai Vincent VNNZ Vogel, dan seperti biasa nanti akan dibagi jadi 3 segmen. Ada introduction dan sneak peek di awal, lalu ada stories behind streaming di segmen kedua, dan trivia dan closing mark di segmen ketiga. Mari kalau begitu kita masuk ke segmen pertama, introduction and sneak peek of guest star. Tapi sebelumnya mau mengingatkan bagi para penonton dan para pendengar, kalau ingin berpartisipasi aktif bisa menggunakan channel poinnya untuk bertanya ke Vincent via teks, bisa 99 channel point di chat room, atau 369 kalau mau ngobrol langsung dengan Vincent. Kemudian kalau misalnya pingin request lagu, masih ada beberapa slot, nanti di belakang ada 2 lagi kalau tidak salah, bisa 189 channel point saja via Spotify. Habis kak? Mari kita masuk kalau begitu ke segmen pertama, introduction and sneak peek of guest star. Boleh kayaknya Vincent? Mau kenalan dulu, username-nya apa di Twitch, panggilan, tempat tinggal, umur, dan kesibukan sehari-hari.
Greetings. Gua Vincent VNNZ Vogel. Gua nggak tahu bahasa Indonesia, but your local half-elven robo VTuber. Gua biasanya nge-stream game balapan, as you could see from the Carrera S. It's not a 911. I feel I need to explain that. It's not a 911. I feel PF Force somewhere rolling in their grave. Ya, gue biasa stream racing games, driving games dari Euro Truck Simulator, Need for Speed, karena gue fans berat Need for Speed, sampai something like in the background tuh dari Racing Masters, a new game. Vincent Robis, I don't know who Vincent Robis is. Gue juga seorang voice actor amateur yang biasanya ngerjain audio roleplay over on the YouTube, youtube.com/VNNZ16. Kalau di Twitch gue Vincent VNNZ Vogel, twitch.tv/Vincent VNNZ Vogel. Maaf kalau kepanjangan. Gue juga kerja sebagai editor, audio roleplay editor untuk seorang or a few VAs actually. And I guess the usual blabber tuh bisexual man. I'm very open with the fact that I'm bi. Gue juga salah satu dari 9 orang di sebuah plural system yang manggil diri kami sebagai The Cabin. Biasanya gue suka stream juga sama headmate gue. If you see the clips on my tiktok.com/VNNC16 juga, I'm VNNC16 everywhere basically. Bakalan ada model yang lain, quote unquote, perempuan, 2 perempuan sama 1 lagi laki. Well, quote unquote laki. Yeah, I think itu base dari Vincent. I'm also part of Devil's Inc, sebuah project VTuber group in a way dari mancanegara essentially. And yeah, that's it. That's Vincent.
Oke, panjangnya. Ini panggilan Vincent, kemudian VNNC begitu.
Vincent boleh panggil Vincent, boleh panggil VNNC, boleh panggil Vince. I think at one point someone calls me Vincenzo.
Oh, Vincenzo,
anything works.
because of the
You can
drama.
call me mine.
Vincenzo, because of the drama.
I did not know that.
Ada drama Korea, Kak.
Udah ada gimana?
Yes.
Mungkin.
There is a Korean drama and it's entitled Vincenzo.
That is interesting. That goes to Vincent lore now.
Yes, perhaps that's actually
Yeah.
one of the reason. Ini sebenarnya ada komentar tadi dari Yahmir, Vincent Vogel, siapanya Vincent Rompis? Siapa itu Vincent Rompis?
I have no idea.
Me neither. Apa itu Vincent Rompis?
Emoji.
Oh, Vincent Endesta. Do you know Vincent Endesta?
Itu siapa?
Tidak kah?
No, unfortunately. Enggak.
Oh, tidak kah?
Tidak. Nah.
Ada apa ya namanya? Kayak selebritis terkenal Kak, namanya Vincent dan Desta begitu loh. Tonight Show nggak tahu kah? Tonight Show nggak tahu kah?
The Tonight Show. Gue nggak nonton.
Oke.
Gue nggak nonton.
Ini ada komentar, Adli nggak tahu Vincent Rompis. Aku
Oh,
tidak
iya,
tahu
Sa.
namanya Vincent Rian Rompis Kak. Tapi aku tahu Vincent dan Desta. Kalau dibilang tadi Vincent dan Desta, aku bilang aku tahu Vincent ya. Tapi kalau aku dibilang Vincent Rompis, aku nggak tahu siapa Vincent Rompis. I just know. Tapi kalau misalnya
Dari.
kalau Vincent Google apakah masih tidak tahu juga kah?
Oh, dia di band.
Di band? Oh, di band. Betul Kak.
Di band. Fancy Rompis dari Club 80s dari tahun 98 sampai 2009, The Cash dari 2009 sama Goodnight Electric dari 2020.
Oh, aku tidak sampai ke situ Kak.
Somehow ngelihat fotonya kayak kenal deng. I know that guy.
Yeah, I
I've
know.
seen that guy.
I know him as a comedian, but I don't know about the music. Anyway, mau lanjut Kak kalau begitu. Tadi mau tanya mengenai area tempat tinggal. Di mana Kak?
Gua asli sebuah kota di Jawa Barat. Let's put it that way.
Oke. Umur berapa Kak?
Bisa Vincent ngomong Sunda? No, I cannot speak Sundanese unfortunately. Umur 28 human years.
Oh, oke. Kita lanjut kalau begitu Kak. Kesibukan sehari-hari apa Kak?
Other than gua kerja sebagai editor, I do a lot of things, kinda. Mungkin kalau, I speak about this in my stream tuh kayak, recently ku inherit ya, jadi bahasanya kayak my dad died, so I ended up taking over a business of his. I
Okay.
do that practically every day. You could feel the dead in my voice. Jangan masuk bisnis guys. Selain itu kadang suka bantuin teman-teman yang either mau stream atau gimana kayak kadang aku bantuin setupnya. I think that's it. Sisanya kayak I guess jangan datengin Twitter gua. Just helping people out basically. Kayak dulu sempet I was a moderator di sebuah grup server queer Indo yang besar. Co-own actually. Terus macam-macam sih aku sempet kayak being a manager to another VTuber. I was doing that. I was her editor too. Fuchsia the Biscuit over on Twitch.tv. She's currently streaming actually, glancing over my other screen. And yeah, I do a lot of things. Kayak sempat jadi bartender, not bartender. I wish jadi finance admin di sebuah bar. Sempat jadi kasir juga. I did customer service. Jadi aku tahu betapa nyebelinnya jadi customer service.
Ya.
Again, kalau misalnya kalian ke streamku kadang suka ada backstories, lore. Kalau di dunia VTuber itu jadi lore ya. And yeah, I think that's about it. I did a lot of things.
You say you did a lot of things. Ini basically kamu ngerjain banyak hal. Masih sempat istirahat tapi?
Yes.
I mean, you said you take over your dad's business. You also did customer service. You did managing. You helping other people too, and you did something so many things in a time. Do you still have time to rest or something?
Yes, I guess. I mean, if you think sleeping is resting, I guess.
Ya, kalau kebanyakan begitu apa tidak pusing sendiri ya?
I guess apa ya, bawaan dari SMA kayak you kinda need to be active, cause like jadi content creator tuh sebetulnya VTuber is not really my first time. Dulu sempet bikin sebuah podcast yang fokus ke anime, manga, cosplay stuff, Jepangan lah essentially.
Apa tuh? Boleh tahu namanya kah?
2018. Sebenarnya masih ada di Spotify, but we're dead since 2020, I think 2019, 2020. Dulu aku sempat ngerjain itu bareng sama, you probably know this person, twitch.tv/Talhopper, aka Rizky Salminan. We're actually best friends. Again, we're not really secretive about that. I think you did saw on one of the clip kayak gue main bareng sama Rizky Talhopper. Yeah, we've known each other for quite a long time. We did a lot of things. I did help him out on his VTuber stuff early on. He also helped me with the managing Fuchsia the Biscuit. Terus apa? I did a lot of stuff. Kuliahku that was like 10 years ago berarti. 10 years ago. I'm 28 now. Kuliahku ngambil DKV. I focus on multimedia, filming. Tadinya mau jadi animator, nyadar nggak bisa gambar, jadi screw it. I'm good with the camera. I'm good with editing. Might as well be a filmmaker. Fall flat, obviously, karena pandemic.
Ya betul. Pandemi banyak mengubah.
Mengerjakan banyak hal, dan nggak bisa filming. Didn't get any filming jobs. Jadi menyerah. Jadi editor saja, which I do have fun. Gue demen buka, no, that's a dang lie. Demen buka Premiere Pro. Nah, I just like editing film. Jadi audio roleplay artist tuh 2 tahun yang lalu, or last year audio roleplay. Aku mulai jadi VTuber tuh 2021, if I remember correctly.
Ya, 4 tahun lalu berarti.
2-3 tahun yang lalu. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes I need to open my YouTube channel to like make sure. Aku jadi VTuber udah berarti ini jalan hampir 4 berarti ya. Kalau dihitung itu bener. I am opening my YouTube channel. Follow ya, youtube.com/Vianedy16. My first 4 years ago, 4 tahun yang lalu, my first stream as Vincent Vianedy Vogel. 6 February 2021.
is my official debut. 4 years strong being a VTuber, 2-ish years being an audio roleplay artist, a year being a full-time editor for VAs. Oh no, actually 2 years too. 2 years being an editor. Sempat kerja with one VA. Now I'm working for another. Although sometimes I take jobs outside because money. And yeah, I took over my dad's business because my dad really likes making business. And as much as I hate numbers, gua jelek banget matematikanya. Akuntansi juga not too bad. But yeah, agak inherit skill managing, I guess. I'm not that proud of managing. It's not fun.
BTW boleh minta itu kah? Dari tadi kan mention beberapa kali mengenai audio roleplay. Apakah boleh minta apa ya? Link ke channel untuk roleplaynya?
Kau taruh di mana?
Di chatroom Twitch boleh biar bisa aku pin.
Langsung ini ya. YouTube for Vincent's audio roleplay.
Boleh.
Untuk audio roleplay, I cater to basically everyone. Female listener, male listener. Ku sempat beberapa kali bikin untuk teman-teman trans juga. It's very hard to find, or not really hard, tapi kayak I'm not good with improv. I'm good with reading scripts. Thank you, filmmaking. Tapi untuk improv, I'm very terrible. I think I did 3 improv. And I admit those are not good.
Okay.
Tapi I'm good with editing. I'm good at ambience, making ambience. Kalau misalnya mau lihat pekerjaanku yang lain, you could go to Dream Boyfriends actually.
Boleh minta link itu juga kah? Dream Boyfriend?
Dream Boyfriend. Although I guess a lot of people call him Dreamy. I wonder why. Sorry, Dreamy.
Okay. This channel is big though, Dream Boyfriend, and also your channel.
Yeah, I wouldn't say my channel is big. I feel aku lebih ngerasanya kayak I'm the few lucky ones. I guess I slowly realize that people really like my voice.
Oke. Yes, Kak, betul. Kita lanjut kalau begitu sebelum terlalu lama, Kak. Ada pertanyaan selanjutnya dari aku. Ini mau tanya satu hal lagi sebelum masuk ke pertanyaan dari viewer, Kak. Kenapa username-nya sepanjang ini? Vincent VNNZ Vogel.
Karena
sedangkan
gue gak kreatif.
Sedangkan di media sosial lain kan VNNZ 16.
Yes. Entah, karena sebenarnya bisa lebih panjang sih jawabannya. Kayak short term itu gue beneran gak kreatif. And I think I start using VNNZ 16 tuh baru kesini-sini. And I feel it's too late to change my Twitch name. I feel people already comfortable with my long ass name. Tapi ya, honestly, everywhere kayak Tumblr, TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, even I'm practically everywhere. Itu selalu VNNZ 16. Not 15, not 11, not 13, 16. Dan itu juga kalau mau jujur itu VNNZ 16 juga terima kasih Twitter automated username. Like, yeah, no, that works.
And the 16 doesn't
kind of works it doesn't have any meaning. It's just a number. Kalau mau sneak peek, because again, it's a VTuber thing. You do have a model 2.0, right? I do try to implement that 16 into the VTuber lore. Sparkle.
Okay. Ini nama Vincent.
Bisa diartiin kayak Vincent Vogel is my name.
Yes.
Of course, people name. The VNNZ 16 is my model name. The VNNZ 16 line of androids. I think that's cool.
Terus ini Vincent dan Vogel itu nama asli, bukan?
No. Nah, I will
Ah.
not say my real name, but it'll be a huge surprise to a lot of people.
Oke, so basically persona
itu
nih.
pertanyaan paling, ya it's a persona. It's a very common question, kayak teman-temanku juga banyak yang Vincent bukan nama asli lu atau gimana nih? No, it's not my real name. My real name is a lot more weirder, I would say.
Oke.
Although there is a lot of hints to my real name.
Oke.
Yeah. I'm not gonna tell. That's I think it's a very fun Easter egg for people to look up. Tapi yes, my real name is hidden in my bio and all that.
Oke.
But I think even with that, people don't really able to guess
The real name.
actuality.
Oke, kita lanjut kalau begitu Kak. Ada pertanyaan dari viewer tadi sudah menumpuk di belakang. Ada pertanyaan pertama dari Nau Punkin. Kak, kalian level berapa di Farmers Valley? Saya pribadi sih tidak main ya. Kamu mainin ini di Discord kan?
I used to play.
You don't play
I used
anymore?
to play because dulu so Farmers Valley itu tuh game dari Discord. Kalau kalian di PC gitu kan ada ya. Now if you're still in the stream, I'm glaring at you. Tadi jadi temanku Nano ini sempat main, masih main malah sekarang. Tapi terakhir main tuh level 20 something atau 30 something. Kok agak lupa. Nanti enggak kayaknya masih 27 gitu kalau salah. Tapi ya, that's my final answer, level 20-an.
Nano bilang, apakah itu 27 itu tinggi? Rendah begitu kah?
It's not. It's still early. Untukku masih early karena habisnya I think final level is like 50.
Oh, 50. Oke. Aku pernah interview seseorang juga, bukan interview. Aku pernah undang seseorang juga di WMR ini. Terus dia bilang dia nge-spend banyak money di sini. Do you spend a lot of money too in this game? Serius loh?
$15.
Oh, tidak terlalu banyak berarti kan ya?
There. Your joke finally passed.
Ditanyain, soalnya waktu itu aku pernah undang siapa tapi aku lupa ya. Dia tuh bilang, dia tuh kayak males nunggu lama-lama, bayar aja. Kayak daripada kayak nunggu lama-lama, mending aku bayar aja biar bisa skip gitu loh. Tapi aku lupa siapa. Someone say that though. I forgot who.
Kalau kamu yang kamu merasa dan menonton ini atau mendengar ini, terima kasih. Nggak, Vincent cuman beli untuk early game saja. Gue beli di starter pack, which is $15. Yeah, just the starter pack. I did not buy more.
Okay.
The game behind me, however.
I didn't play the game though.
Honestly, Farmers Valley, it's a really it's a good game to play when you're in the toilet or at work. Stairs until now.
Okay, I don't play game on my toilet. I didn't stay that long in the toilet. Kita lanjut kalau begitu Kak.
Lanjut,
boleh?
Gimana?
Kita lanjut kalau begitu. Pertanyaan selanjutnya dari Dia Chan. Masih meng-roleplay kah di YouTube?
Ini hopefully bisa. Seperti yang dibilang di awal-awal, Vincent, kamu sempat istirahat nggak? You did a lot of things. The answer is yes. Dan masih cari waktu. Abisnya working with another VA specifically who is doing the adult version of the audio roleplay, to put it simply, dengan konten tiap minggu bisa 3-4. Sometimes it's very hard for me to find room for me to even record, edit. Walaupun kalau mau jujur, editing buatku kayak cepat.
Tapi proses yang lama, proses yang lama itu ngerekam kan sebenarnya.
Iya, kalau dari Vincent sendiri sih, again, karena gue nggak ngerjain improvisasi. Jadi aku dapet skripnya tuh dari Reddit biasanya. And I do follow, especially on my Twitter, I do follow scriptwriters. And there are a lot of good scriptwriters. Jadi sebenarnya bisa banyak opsinya. Kalau di Reddit banyak yang gratisan. Mau apa yang fokus ke male for everyone, male for male, female for all, female for male. Ya biasanya gede tuh male for female, apa straight type of audio roleplay, male for female, female for male. Itu bisa macam-macam dari your usual yandere boyfriend, comfy. Honestly Vincent ngerasa gua mainnya lebih di comfort. Although kalau ngeliat channelnya kadang I don't think comfort is the right word. I do like my weird fantasy stories. Lamia, serial killers, wizard, sorcerer, monster yang sebetulnya gua nggak bisa bikin suara monster. I avoid werewolf and vampires kinda. Sebenarnya macam-macam. Even to something like comfort. Comfort tuh biasanya dari when you feel lonely. I think my specific ones tuh kemarin paling spesifik tuh for the transfem and transmask, body dysmorphia. Jadi kayak comforting there, like essentially kadang kan teman-teman trans tuh merasa nggak enak ya dengan badannya, kayak for trans femme I'm not feminine enough, not girly enough, you know. People still think I'm masculine, I'm still a guy basically. Kalau trans mas tuh I don't have the right parts, I don't feel manly enough, my body isn't manly enough, yada yada yada. Jadi comfortnya tuh like no you're still a guy, or like oh baby it's okay, you're still, you know, like I still love you and you're perfect from what you are, gitu lah. Essentially I could do it better honestly, tapi kayak in general it's that like comforting, like it's okay, the world is, yeah, you know, cause audio roleplay tuh kalau di apa surface level ya, normies, if you're online heavy like me, kan untuk kalangan awam lebih comforting ya, kayak you don't have any partner, friends or whatever, kayak lu sendirian banget, so you listen to audio roleplay, which I feel that's not really the case. Especially untuk VA, at least for me, itu lebih ke I can explore characters, I could read stories, I can experience the stories, and plus gue jadi editor tuh like I can make the story, I could make the story better. Because sometimes even scriptwriter doesn't know. Because there are a few times dimana kayak scriptwriter. Jadi ini salah satu yang bikin panjang sebenarnya. Voice doing audio roleplay itu, ya the recording obviously. Tapi kayak nyari script dan bikin script, kayak bosku tuh literally nge-hire scriptwriters, or at least orang yang bisa bantuin dia nulis lore-nya. Because there's a lot of VA doing original stories. My favorite, I have a few favorites from my boss. His Dragon Boyfriend is really good. Dragon Boyfriend is really good. The Werewolf and Vampire series is really good too. My inspiration is a woman, a girl named Dangerous ASMR. She has a lot of good stories, like a good parts series. I like her. Well, kalau nggak salah, it's a three-way. Werewolf, witch, and vampire. Dan ya itu tiba-tiba jadi nyatu. My other favorite is Eris Serenity. Eris Production, Eris Serenity. Dimana her series is called The Pen, and it's involving, as far as I know, 6 characters. Semuanya dia yang mainin with different voices and different accent and all that. Itu yang sebenarnya Vincent juga susah. I cannot do accents. I could do very slow, very methodical voices. I could also do very silly voices. melon. But I cannot do accents. It's kind of hard for me to do accent somehow. Perlu belajar sih, but yeah. But those are like the hardest thing. Like recording is like is half the battle. Sometimes you need to figure out how the character would act. Kayak lu kan nggak bakalan ngerjain yandere karakter sama kayak teman tetangga next door. Lu nggak bakalan ngerjain scary stuff untuk audio di mana lu jadi superhero, let's say. Brainstorming gampang ya, Daichan. That's the thing. Brainstormingnya nggak gampang, especially kalau editing juga kadang nyari sound effect kadang susah. Especially specific ones. Jadi kadang suka berapa kali aku ngedit tuh ya nyerah aja. I cannot find the specific sound effect, so it's gotta be quiet. Screw it. Walaupun di kepala Vincent tuh kayaknya lucu kalau ada sound effect yang kayak begini gitu, but you cannot find that, and making your own sound effect is not fun, to put it simply. Tapi you could like misalnya kayak kemarin tuh gue perlu suara derapan kayak stompingnya monster, and it's a very heavy monster.
Dibikin sendiri?
Pada akhirnya lu ganti. I find it online. Jadi aku ngakalinnya binatang apa yang paling berat di kepala, yang bisa dianggap berat. Paling pakai suara kuda.
Kuda.
Gajah nyari ya gitu, nyari spesifik. Paling pakai gajah. Nggak ketemu gajah. Badak nggak ketemu juga. Ya udah kuda terus. Nah kalinya gimana ya? I guess I could make it more bassy, jadi lebih berat. Because bass is more heavy, treble lebih. Ini gue nggak kuliah audio. How I edit my audio roleplay is literally movie logic. Kayak ngedit video aja, ngedit film. And this is what I even told my boss, Dream Boyfriend, like gue ngedit ini kayak gue ngedit film.
Okay.
And that's what frustrates me most of the time because it's visual. Cara ngeditku adalah di kepala udah visual. Like I want this feel, I want this feel, I want this feel, I want the listener to feel you're slowly waking up, your heart beating, you're not sure where you are, dizzy, your head's thumping, and thumping. Then suddenly the door opens. Creaking very heavily. It's a metal door. You finally awake. Gitu. I want you to feel that. You will not see the visual, but I want your head to see that visual.
Nah, soalnya ini basically kamu cuma semacam visual novel kan, basically ngisi voice actor yang hanya bisa memberikan stimuli kepada penonton dengan cara audio di telinga, atau hanya merupakan satu gambar PNG doang yang tidak bisa memberikan banyak stimuli seperti video bergerak. So you have to try harder in term of the audio and sound effect.
Yes. Walaupun sebetulnya banyak teman-teman kayak I remember Betty VA yang ngerjain funnily enough dia ngerjainnya audio roleplay Among Us.
Hah?
Let me finish. It's very interesting. Jadi si Among Us-nya ini tuh dia perspektifnya kamu sebagai listener, sebagai si yang pembunuhnya, the sus. And it's kind of VN di mana sebetulnya strategi match ya, jadi keluar karakter ngomong-ngomong, keluar karakter lagi ngomong-ngomong. But you do feel the tension behind it. Kayak you feel you as the killer killing the main character, the character that Betty VA voices, and you feel like the other crew member finding the body and go no. Itu ada, terus I forgot her name, but I think it's Pancake. Pancake something. Dia juga approach-nya kayak VN. Literally dia niat banget sampai dianimasiin kalau nggak salah. Agak half animation. Kayak VN beneran, jadi kayak si karakternya kadang suka ganti pose gitu tengah jalan. Jadi kayak misalnya dia lagi marah, si PNG-nya ganti jadi kayak lagi marah. Freak out gitu. I feel that's like a good evolution. But I haven't. I think this is like the difference ya. Apa dari audio roleplay menjadi animatic atau animation, full animation kayak Digital Circus and yada. Kalau audio roleplay itu you do focus on the audio itself. Like that's how you get the immersion, right? Kayak si gambar itu cuma pemanis, kayak cuman biar ngasih tahu. Kalau di Vincent tuh kadang suka Vincent keluarin karakternya, kadang enggak. Cause hiring artists is kind of expensive, but there are alternative. Stares at Big Crew. Atau kayak bosku tuh di Dream Boyfriend tuh hire artist, like he has his own artist. Walaupun dia kadang suka gambar sendiri, but he has his own artist. Dan itu cuman kayak sebagai visual. Dragon Boyfriend itu bentuknya kayak gini loh, atau ini vampire-nya gitu. But other than that, you just use PNG or sometimes just a video loop. That's also very popular, as far as I can see.
Oke.
Apa cuman buat suasana aja kan, lo lagi di mana? Ada fireplace, berarti visualnya fireplace. Just a loop of fireplace gitu.
Oke. Kita lanjut Kak.
Lanjut. I guess another tangent kayak you do find audio roleplay on Spotify, I think Apple Music too sometimes. So yeah, that's the difference between audio roleplay and full on animatics or animation ya.
Oke. Ini sebelum aku mau masuk ke pertanyaan dari viewer, mau tanya satu dong. Tadi ada komentar di Chan yang SFW ada, NSFW juga banyak. Do you upload an SFW for public or it's only available on Patreon?
I don't have a Patreon yet.
Soalnya kan kayak akun kayak Pornhub itu kan mereka ada beberapa roleplay NSFW kan di sana. Do you have those kind of page too?
Me personally not yet. Ada plan tapi kayak jujur masih mikirin ke pricingnya ya. Habisnya kayak di kepalaku sebetulnya aku kasih $1 just to get the not safe for work stuff. I feel that's fair, but at the same time ngelihat yang teman-teman lain that's undercutting the market. And Adli benar, ada di Pornhub juga banyak. There's a few of my mutuals too there. Reddit is a very popular place for it too.
Karena kan platform seperti Pornhub itu kan basically memfasilitasi untuk menyebarluaskan media dengan gratis, begitu kan? Hence I was asking.
Well, untuk viewer yes gratis. Untuk konten kreatornya Pornhub relatif susah masuk ya. Especially with the karena ini kita ngomongin UU Amerika ya. Pornhub is it's a United States of America company. It's a US company, so we're talking about US law. Di mana ini harusnya juga apply di Indonesia ya, tapi kayak revenge porn. I'm really sorry if the topic gets very dark here, tapi it needs to be addressed. Revenge porn, deepfakes, sekarang juga udah mulai merajalela ya, deepfakes with the AI and all that. Pornhub tuh, because they do get a lot of, oh god, this is another hyperfixation of mine, like talking about porn. Tapi dengan banyak itu kayak banyak peraturan yang sebetulnya bagus. Jaga kita ya, orang awam untuk nggak kena revenge porn and all that. Pornhub tuh ada sistem verifikasi sekarang. Dan itu kalau buat teman-teman audio roleplay setengah susah. Because we only work with audio. We do not show ourselves.
Oh iya betul.
although I do know at least a favorite VA of mine who use her own body for the thumbnail, and it's really good. Tapi that's like the outlier. Very 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 kayak itu di luar bukan di luar normnya, tapi kayak itu ide di luar kotak. If we translate it very roughly. Tapi rata-rata pasti pakai gambar lagi kan, be it Deku, PNGs. There's a lot of Deku, PNG, audio roleplay, atau OC mereka. That's also very very popular. And Osmo Stream also is correct. Twitter, there's a lot of people just posting it on Twitter very freely.
Iya betul. Aku kadang-kadang juga ketemu.
It's not really fun, honestly. Especially voice-nya Twitter kan cuma di Apple ya. Twitter, Reddit juga banyak sebetulnya. Again, sama kayak Reddit, aku nyari scriptwriter, kadang juga nyari quote-unquote inspiration.
Ini aku mau potong dikit dong. Ini tadi dibilang Reddit itu as in host di audio on Reddit.
Nggak, tetap pakai third party. Jadi bisa pakai Soundgasm, which is very popular. I did post a few on Reddit.
What is Soundgasm?
A platform. It's basically just a platform. But sebenarnya banyak. Soundgasm, Hot Audio, think back then ada Psst Audio, and then there's Oclio. I was on Oclio, tapi mereka fokusnya lebih mirip kayak Pornhub, di mana harus punya if I remember correctly, they were using Stripes untuk payment gateway-nya, dan harus punya payment gateway, harus punya akun Stripe, and that's what turns me off, because Stripe is not available in Indonesia yet.
Betul.
Even though there's a throne.
Betul.
Sebenarnya banyak banget platform audio roleplay base, dari yang mau gratis sampai subscription base. Tapi just like any loot content, it's kind of niche.
Betul. Karena nggak semua orang mungkin cocok dan suka dengan konten ini kan ya. Jadi benar-benar kayak spesifik.
Walaupun buat Vincent sendiri, it's just a media kan. I'm a media-based guy, so I see YouTube videos, I see film, I see animation, I see audio role plays. They're like one in the same. Even streaming, kayak streaming di Twitch, streaming di YouTube, Kick, whatever itu, TikTok, even like TikTok videos, I still see it as media. It's just a media. Masalah masuk ke orang atau enggak, that's like marketplace. We're talking about marketplace at that point. Marketplace and taste. Yeah.
Oke, kita lanjut kalau begitu Kak.
Yeah, go.
Ada pertanyaan dari viewer lagi. Osmo Stream nanya Bang, emang suka nuansa Jerman kah? Dari namanya Vogel.
I am very glad you asked that, Osmo, karena itu nyambung ke quote-unquote lore VTuberku. So
kenapa?
There's a reason why.
Selaku orang awam yang tidak mengerti, kenapa hubungannya dengan Jerman dan Vogel? Apa itu?
Again, if you ini kayak kalau kalian sering ke streamku, and honestly, I am very open with the fact that I'm not fully Indonesian. Aku sebetulnya kayak anak campur. My mom is half German. I have a German grandmother. Rest in peace.
Wait a second.
She died recently.
This is like in real, like real life.
In real life, yeah. That's why I say you guys cannot really guess my real life name. But yeah, Vincent Vogel is or honestly it's both. Vincent Vogel and the fact that I'm a half elven robot is a deep dive to my real life self. Half elf because I'm half human and half elf. I'm Indonesian and German. My grandma, who I belovedly call on stream as my elven grandma, is German. I'm a descendant from Germany and Japanese. So
Can
I have
you-
a human dad and a elven grandma, elven mom.
Can you speak
And,
German then?
I cannot speak German.
Oh,
I can
okay.
read, but I cannot speak. I don't know what it means other than Guten Morgen, Guten Guten Abend, Bitte
Okay.
schön.
Saya tidak mengerti kak.
Aku juga. Vogel is bird and speed kalau nggak salah,
Speed?
and flight. Yeah. So again, it's a play on world. Terima kasih temanku yang nemu, cause I was like cooking my VTuber stuff kan. Terus kayak di kepala, no, I need to be open with the fact that I'm, a mixed kid.
Hmm?
I want to embrace that. As you see in the pins, I'm bi. There's also plural pin on my
Oh.
jacket, and I'm a health robot. A robot because I do see the world very differently, and sometimes I feel like a robot living in a human world.
Okay.
Totally not an allegory to something. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, I want to kayak peninggalan oma lah ceritanya. So yeah, I'm embracing my elven heritage. Some people say I might do it a bit too much, looking at the Porsche. But other than that, yeah, it's bukan suka nuansa Jerman, tapi lebih ke it's a heritage. I want to show off because I feel that's very important, especially the VTuber space. Yeah, you show your heritage. Because I feel kayak di luar gitu kan banyak black VTubers, Hispanic, who really show their pride and all that. But not saying I'm not that type of German. I'm really not that type of German. But I feel at least in Indonesia, I should be proud with who I am, right?
Betul.
I'm a very bright bisexual man. I do show off. I do put that as a forefront. Walaupun banyak temanku kayak dulu sempat ada beberapa temanku kayak, why? Kan lu jadi VTuber. Why are you doing this? Why are you showing off? Like you shouldn't do that. I feel that's something that I should do. It's a representation. It's the same with why I stream with my headmates. I'm a plural, so I have other people inside my head, and they like stuff and they want to share. So sometimes you see me as Vincent, sometimes you see me as Hera, Elden. Well, not me; they're their own people. But yeah, it's a shared channel, and I hope I
Okay.
could do that. Even with the remodel and all that, I could still show off. I'm a half elf robot. There's a story why I'm a half elf robot, and I like boys, I like girls, I like people in between. I like them all, and I hope they're doing okay. Yada yada yada.
Oke. Kita lanjut kalau begitu. Mau tanya ini, Vin, di belakangmu kan itu ada mobil. Tadi disinggung itu mengenai Carrera 911, and it's not. What do you mean? Care to explain more?
It's like Carrera 9S or something. It's not a true blood 911. It's not the Widowmaker.
Carrera 9S?
I think it's a 1970 Carrera S.
Hmm,
Yeah, it's
do
a
you know?
70s Carrera S.
Do you know a lot about
Although
car
I-
then?
I wouldn't say I know a lot, but I could talk a bit about. I will say I could talk a bit about cars. It's a passion that I share with my dad. My dad likes cars and motorcycle. Gua nggak terlalu demen motor, tapi gue demen mobil. I like the history of it. I like the weird stories about cars, about sports car, about your day-to-day cars. Because sometimes it's stranger than fiction. Like the the totally not Volkswagen Beetle behind me. Because the first Carrera is just sebenarnya jahat sih kalau gue bilang it's just a stretch out a Volkswagen Beetle, Volkswagen VW Kodok, but it's kinda the reality. Or cerita yang gue demen lagi, how Toyota made two sports car And both of them failed because they were too expensive and kinda ahead of their time or fell behind. There's also another funny story yang agak involved dengan order baru, surprisingly. Stairs at Lamborghini.
Stairs at Lamborghini.
Yeah, did you know that the second Indonesian president's son owned Lamborghini for a brief period of time?
I don't know,
Yes,
and I
we have Indonesian pride in Lamborghini. It's not fun.
aku tidak tahu, Kak. Aku tidak nyari.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny stories about cars and how they were made and the history of it. Bukan rivalry ya jadinya, tapi kayak how each manufacturers get involved sometimes, and how kayak kultur di Jepang, Eropa sama Amerika tuh beda jauh karena surprise, ini ngomongin terhadap politik, tapi peraturan yang dibuat oleh pemerintahanmu membuat mobil loh. Ada alasannya kenapa di Jepang mobilnya kecil-kecil, dan itu involve peraturan dan kebijakan pemerintah Jepang. Kenapa mobil di Amerika banyak SUV, itu juga pengaruh dari pemerintahan dan kebijakan. Eropa juga ada beberapa, and itu we could even talk about motorbikes. Motorbikes juga ada beberapa kayak gitu. Yeah, it's just a very special interest. Dan specifically why I show off the Carrera is I do love my Porsche.
Oke. Ada komentar di chat room. Aku suka Carrera gara-gara NFS Most Wanted. Kamu suka main game balap-balap juga? Apakah sama? Tidak seperti itu.
Yes. Need for Speed was my gateway. Kayak game balap, sebenarnya nggak juga sih, Need for Speed bukan game balap pertama aku, tapi yang aku main sampai selesai dan aku main hampir semua serialnya. I did finish Most Wanted, I did finish Carbon, I didn't finish Pro Street, although I love Pro Street. Terus yang baru-baru juga I did finish 2015, I did finish Heat, Unbound, banyak banget game balap yang aku mainin. Dan yeah, it's the same thing, kayak special interestku mobil salah satunya, other than boots. Dan mobil game balap juga banyak ceritanya juga, kayak the making of, the weird stories and involvement of your beloved franchise, how it shapes the modern car culture sometimes. Or car culture shapes the video game landscape. It's very interesting.
Tanya dong satu hal lagi sebelum lanjut. Mau tanya itu dong tadi mengenai ini balap-balap. Selaku orang yang suka game balap-balap, do you have steer controller?
No, pengen sih. Please donate to my traktir. Mahal.
Berapa harganya?
Mahal. Basicnya di 5 juta. 5 juta sekian.
5 juta?
Yes. Dan itu basic banget. It's the steering wheel that you see di PlayStation, Xbox. Hampir mirip sama yang di arcade. Hampir. Yeah, those are 5 million.
Aku cari di bukan 50.500-an begini, tidak begitu kan?
No, aku main game balap mau tahu pakai apa? Pakai controller PS4.
5 juta paling murah tuh yang mana?
5 juta paling murah Logitech G29. I think that was.
G29?
Sebenarnya bisa beli, bisa aja G29, G29. Kalau nggak salah itu nama modelnya. Dan itu paling basic. Dan bisa itu progressively, kalau mau yang profesional, itu bisa berapa puluh.
Ya Allah, ini 4 juta aku cari di Tokopedia.
Ya, 4 juta paling murah, dan itu kayaknya cuman setirnya doang. Setir sama pedal di bawah. Belum ekstra, kadang suka ada ekstra shifter gitu-gitu. Ya paling murah 4,9. Hampir sebenarnya kayak kalau mau jujur dipukul ratain aja 5 juta. Bekasnya juga 5 juta.
Mahalnya. Mumpung di topik balap-balap ada pertanyaan, ada komentar. Main Forza Horizon juga kah?
Main. Aku main Forza Horizon 3, Forza Horizon 5. I enjoyed 3 better, but I did grind Forza Horizon 5. Until I got so bored that I just uninstalled it. Yes. Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying you cannot play that game for a full year. But yeah, I do have Forza Horizon 3, 4, 5. And Motorsport 7.
Tadi kalau misalnya Lea telat datang, tapi tadi di klip-klip di awal aku nampilin dia main beberapa game kak. Dia main balap-balap.
Kalau nggak salah ada klip dari Forza Horizon. Ya.
Betul. Kita lanjut kalau begitu kak. Ada 2 pertanyaan dari viewer ini. Ada pertanyaan dari Dia Chan. Game balap pertama dan favorit? Pertama jangan-jangan Asphalt kah?
No, walaupun aku main Asphalt sih.
CTR kah?
Gak, kalau misalnya ngomongin Asphalt, I played Asphalt di Nokia Express Music. That was like the first Asphalt that I played. I think it was Asphalt 6 or something. Bukan Asphalt 6. I forgot. It's an Asphalt game from those Nokia Symbian phone. Tapi kalau no, it's not even Crash Bandicoot. Vincent nggak pernah punya PlayStation, by the way. Nggak pernah punya konsol. I'm a PC gamer through and through.
Tapi rental PS1 kayak CTR begitu nggak juga?
I never done those. Walaupun main di rumah teman yes, tapi kayak main di rumah teman kan. Jadi nggak bisa lama gitu. But my first game balap pertama Vincent adalah sebenarnya agak tight sih. Kalau memori paling dekat itu Midtown Madness. Windows 98.
Game apa ini?
Itu Windows 98. Belum Windows XP itu. Windows 98. Papaku punya komputer. Diinstalin Midtown Madness. It's a very strange game. Fun fact, Midtown Madness itu dibuat oleh Angel Studios. Mau tahu Angel Studios sekarang jadi apa? Rockstar San Diego. Yes, the people behind Midtown
Madness.
I forgot the game. Midnight Club. There you go. Same studio. Orang-orangnya nggak bakalan sama sih, I'm pretty sure. Tapi they're the people who made your favorite Grand Theft Auto engine, the Angels engine. Yes, it's the same damn people who made Midtown Madness. Midtown Madness. Windows 98. I played it with my dad. It was very confusing because Vincent masih TK. Bukan nggak bisa ngapain, kayak nggak ngerti apa-apa, jadi cuman mobilnya muter-muter. But that's like the earliest memory. Tapi aku juga main beberapa game balap di emulator Sega Genesis. I think there was like an F1 game in there, NASCAR game in there if I remember correctly. I think that's like the earliest memory. Katanya dari True Story. I'll answer that later. So it's either some random game from Sega Genesis atau Midtown Madness.
Di atas juga ada komentar. Di atas ada komentar juga. Aku main sepuhnya lagi, namanya Blur. Do you know Blur?
Blur is not even sepuh. Blur itu masih baru. At least di matanya Vincent, Blur is still a new game. Atau kayak 2010-ish kan kalau Blur. I haven't played Blur.
Aku cek di Google rilisnya 2010.
I was right, 2010.
Yeah, betul.
It's a very fun combat game.
This is
fun combat.
Abandonware.
Yes, because I forgot the studios. I know it's not the Disney one because there's like 2 Abandonware games from that era. Blur and Split Second, was it? Yang dari Disney. I forgot the title, but I know it was made by Disney.
Wait, this is another racing game.
It's so weird. It's another racing game. It's abandonware because the studio just disappeared.
Oke, ada komentar lagi tadi di atas sebenarnya. Apa nih? Yang Java version, yang tadi yang itu ya, yang
Oh
Asphalt.
ya, Asphalt.
Lalu
Java.
dari
namanya?
pertanyaan di atas, game favorit balap-balap apakah?
Game favorite balap Need for Speed. I think my favorite. I can't really pick a favorite honestly. Kalau mau jujur, I would say antara Pro Street atau 2015.
Pro Street.
Need for Speed 2015. Pro Street atau 2015.
Why?
Just look up Need for Speed 2015 and look up Need for Speed Pro Street. Why Need for Speed Pro Street? I love the aesthetic. Dan itu jenis estetika di mana lu nggak bisa bikin lagi di sekarang lu nggak bisa bikin lagi. I'm staring at you. I'm not even staring. I'm pointing at you, Forza Horizon. You cannot make another Forza Horizon 1. Dan Pro Street itu precursor kayak it has the same vibe, yang hilang tuh cuman open world-nya doang. Pro Street is a circuit racer. Jadi circuit racer tuh dalam arti kamu nggak bisa jalan-jalan, tapi kamu bakalan balapan dari track ke track.
Kayak NASA. Kok NASA?
Kayak NASCAR. Ya, exactly.
NASCAR. Kok NASA?
NASCAR tapi mobilnya mobil beneran gitu, bukan beneran. I mean NASCAR is also a real car, tapi maksudku kayak mobil yang kamu bisa lihat relatively di jalanan, at least jalanan Eropa dan Amerika.
Nanti ini
tapi itu kayak ini Pro Street itu ceritanya hampir profesional, like balapan liar, balapan jalanan tapi dibuat profesional.
Oke.
Kayak ada eventnya lah. And I like the aesthetic, I like the music. Thank you for introducing me to Block Party. Aku juga demen, just the aesthetic and feel of like in this festival, kayak festival balapan with really cool music. Forza Horizon cannot replicate that ever again. Terus kalau 2015, I like the vibe. It's a very good entry to very modern Need for Speed. I know people shit on it, kayak beneran gak suka pas awal keluar itu game. But honestly, it's estetikanya bagus. You get to see your beloved. Aku nggak terlalu demen Ken Block sih, but you do see Ken Block there. Ken Block zaman Huniken versi awal-awal. You see the very famous. If you like Porsches, kalian pasti tahu. Forgot his name. Something Walker. I forgot his name. Something Walker. I don't think it's Martin.
Aku tidak tahu. Yang aku tahu cuma Alan Walker.
Basically ini orang yang terkenal dengan koleksi Porsche-nya, dan dia juga tukang modifikasi Porsche, and it's a really cool Porsche.
Magnus
Terus
Walker.
kalian juga kenal Magnus Walker, there you go. Terus kalian juga dikenalin sama orang yang bikin Rockwell World. You think that's a German brand? No, it's a Japanese brand. Basically mereka bikin kostum body kit. Awalnya terkenal dari Porsche, sekarang kayaknya udah mulai ke I think Ferraris and all that. You will stay. It's very gaudy. Tapi sebetulnya Rockwell tuh lumayan lucu. Body kitnya, you think it's just for show, but it actually, if you race with that car, you can. It's a good racing car. It's a good racing body kit. Sorry.
This
Dan
guy,
mahal, obviously.
my guest star for tonight.
World, RW.
My guest star for tonight is basically knows car.
I just know very basic. I feel kayak I don't know a lot about cars. Gua nggak tahu masalah mesin. Gua nggak bisa megang mesin.
Like this guy,
honestly,
just one topic about car and he's blabbering so much about car. And I don't really understand. Ya Allah, banyaknya.
Kalau kalian datang ke Twitch.tv/Fitspirasi Vogel, gue bakal lanjut tumpahin lebih banyak.
Tapi dari tadi aku jadinya buka tab dan aku nyari. Oh ini ada, oh itu ada, oh ini, oh itu, oh ini. And my tab is a lot right now because I'm looking for anything you said since the beginning. He said he like car too much. He is.
I do like cars. I like the culture. I like the history. Again, kalau kalian nanya ke gua tentang mesin, tentang kaki-kaki, tentang apa, gua nggak bisa jawab. Gua nggak tahu apa-apa tentang itu. Gua nggak bisa tuning kan.
Aduh ya Allah, sebentar ya. Ada komentar gak sampai jam 6 ya pengen sapu soal mobil. Jangan. He's a car himself. Are you a car though? He's a robot.
I would. I'm a robot. I'm not a transformer.
Kita lanjut Kak.
We
Ada
could change
pertanyaan dari viewer tadi. Now Punkin menanyakan, Kak ajarin farming aura dong. Dia farming
Gua
aura.
nggak bisa farming aura. I'm the least cool person around. Again, you just hear me yap about cars for like what 30 minutes. No, I don't think I am. No, I cannot form aura. But I know how to make people melt. Just a little bit. Nah, I cannot form aura. Next question.
Ya Allah ya Rahman. Cipcu. Kita lanjut Kak.
Jangan
Ada
lupa minum
pertanyaan? Ya boleh Kak. Kita lanjut Kak. Ada pertanyaan dari Lea Kill. What about Burnout? Ini nama game juga.
Nama game juga. Itu kita pindah lagi topiknya ke car combat.
Apa itu Car Combat?
Car combat racing game.
Sebentar.
Basically,
Car Combat itu
hmm?
game di mana kita itu kayak tembak-tembak pakai mobil.
salah satu contoh, yes.
Yang kayak vehicular combat begitu kah?
Vehicular combat, yes. Gak bisa kalau untuk specifically untuk Burnout sebenarnya nggak ada tembak-tembakan, tapi kamu nabrakin mobil orang sampai ya terguling.
Tidak cocok sama aku.
Demolition Derby, but do it in the streets. Don't do it in the streets. Disclaimer: do not race on the streets. Just like the Need for Speed caution, drive safe and responsibly and wear your seatbelt. If you want to race, go to your track. Go to Sentul or whatever. I'm pretty sure tiap daerah di Indonesia punya track sendiri. Kecil kadang, yes, tapi ada kok. But yeah, Burnout is a very very fun series of racer. Burnout pertama gua tuh Burnout Revenge di PS2. I played it in my cousin's PS2. It was pretty fun. It was the first Burnout game that I fell in love with. I used to have a PlayStation Portable, a PSP, the original PSP, not the PS Vita. I played itu teh Burnout. I think it was Burnout Legends kalau nggak salah. I enjoy and finish that game 100%. My proudest achievement. I also own Burnout Paradise, both the original and the remaster. I haven't played the remaster. I think I played a little bit on stream. And I nearly doxed myself. Thank you, Burnout Paradise, for not telling me that you're gonna turn on my webcam. I'm totally not mad.
Ini kalau misalnya tadi kamu kayak singgung I own the game. Do you have like the what is this physical?
No, I don't have the physical. I do have it on Steam. I wish I have the physical.
Oh, oke.
Kalau pre-ordernya udah bagus Burnout Paradise dulu.
Soalnya kan kayak Switch itu kan mereka jual kit kalau tidak salah namanya.
No,
yang physical. Oh, aku pikir tadi punya physical.
I wish I have. Habisnya banyak. I don't know. It's like I wish I have. It'll be a nice story to just tell my kids if I ever have kids.
Ya betul. Dia sungguh-sungguh sangat avid enthusiasm soal racing. Dari tadi ada banyak sekali game-game racing yang aku tidak pernah dengar.
Tidak.
I only know a few racing car. CTR, CTR, kemudian aku mungkin tahu Asphalt, NFS, tapi aku tidak tahu Burnout, Blur, yang tadi dibilang Forza Horizon itu apa aku tidak tahu.
Burnout. Sebenarnya Burnout sama Forza Horizon tuh kayak base level, everybody knows, or at least I feel people know. Blur, however, that's deep cut. That's like apa kalau di iceberg itu tuh di tengah gitu blur. That's so deep cut.
Orang-orang yang cuma tahu dengan niche begitu ya.
Atau kayak di zamannya tuh beneran ngikutin gaming sphere, because it was I remember it was like a big release.
Okay.
But unfortunately it failed. So.
Oke, kita lanjut
Still
sebentar. Ada komentar, saatnya kita request Adli main game balap mobil. Please do. Sebenarnya aku jauh lebih prefer main game mobil.
I have a few options.
Soalnya kalau misalnya di request main mobil, saya sangat suka. Kak, aku suka balap-balap. Tapi begitulah.
Kalau mau jujur, Forza Horizon 5 is a good gateway. It's a good introduction.
Saya sudah buka tab dari tadi, Kak. Anda dari tadi cerita masalah apa saja, audio roleplay lah, masalah mobil lah. Saya buka semua, tabnya belum saya tutup, Kak. Nanti saya buka lagi habis nge-stream, Kak. Termasuk Blur, sudah saya buka situs untuk downloadnya, nanti saya download mungkin, Kak.
Kalau Blur good luck sih, tapi I feel like kalau especially untuk modern times ini ya, Forza Horizon 5 is a good gateway. Kayak buat belajar dikit, it's really good.
Ada komentar, aku juga nggak expect bakal ketemu orang yang main Blur di sini, kata si Lea.
Jujur no. Kayaknya gue sempat main demonya. I never owned the game.
Demo?
Kalian pernah dengar sebuah program bernama GameSpy?
Hah? Apa tuh?
Oh God, that sounds so old. GameSpy itu program dulu hampir mirip Steam. Tapi ya itu deep cut, itu nerdy banget aja. No, I do not expect any of you all know what a GameSpy is.
I do? Apa itu GameSpy?
Again, program macam kayak Steam gitu. Jadi dulu tuh sebelum Steam jadi Steam sekarang ya, GameSpy itu kayak buat komunitas main game PC specifically. Terus kamu juga bisa update berita game terbaru. Kadang juga mereka suka ngeluarin demo. Jadi kayak nyobain ini game 30 hari, you know, those type of games, those type of things. Atau biasanya demo tuh game yang cuman ada 3-4 level with, kalau misalnya balapan tuh berarti mobilnya cuma 4 atau 3. GameSpy Arcade ya. GameSpy Arcade ya, that's it.
Ini kayaknya Lea sama si Alex tahu. Aku tidak tahu, Kak.
It's like,
tapi aku cari di Google ketemu kok.
Gue kenalnya 2008, but I'm pretty sure it's older than that.
Someone sharing the screenshot of this program and I can actually see how. Okay.
Very 2000s, yes.
Okay. Tadi komentar juga sama nih kayak teman aku, suka racing dulu 90-an, suka juara cuma di generasi di atas milenial. Oke. Kita lanjut kalau begitu, Kak.
Boleh.
Ada pertanyaan dari Leakil. Tidak berminat koleksi diecast kah?
Mahal. Minat yes, punya duitnya no.
Diecast ini kayak mainan yang kecil-kecil itu kan, yang mobil.
Paling gampang Hot Wheels, yes.
Ya Hot Wheels betul.
That's the easiest example, Hot Wheels. Tapi bisa spesifik lagi kayak Tomica. Tomica is also. Jadi tergantung mau besarnya berapa. Tomica kan kadang yang kecil-kecilan. Hot Wheels is the most easier karena bisa beli di Indomaret gitu-gitu kan sekarang. Tomica, Matchbox. Papa aku dulu koleksi Matchbox, nggak tahu kemana tuh Matchboxnya.
Matchbox.
Yeah, there's a lot of brands actually buat diecast gitu. So sebetulnya dulu Vincent ada pengen penasaran ke remote control RC cars, drifting, off-road cars, gitu-gitu. Same answer, mahal. Kalau Adli lihat steering wheel gitu 5 jutaan, boy, you have no idea how expensive these type of hobbies are.
Apa di diecast yang kecil-kecil begitu mahal?
Tergantung ini sih. I mean Hot Wheels gitu berapaan sih? 100 ribuan I think, or berapa puluh? If I'm correctly, I kind of forgot. Tapi if you want specific ones atau special editions dan kawan-kawannya, boy, you can fork a lot of money. Kalian pikir gacha di Genshin mahal, boy? Again, banyak macamnya, jadi tergantung ini. Banyak sebenarnya ada keinginan, tapi I can spend my money elsewhere. Saya suka koleksi mobil virtual aja, makasih.
Oke. Kita lanjut Kak kalau begitu. Ini aku sambil buka-buka tab dari tadi ya. Jadi meskipun aku mungkin tidak menangkap
ribuannya, ya.
meskipun aku kayak mungkin tidak menangkap dengan apa yang dijelaskan, tapi aku buka di chat dan ini ada banyak dari tadi Kak. Aku menangkap jadi jelas apa dari tadi. Kita lanjut Kak. Ada pertanyaan dari viewer. Dia Chan menanyakan, main game balap di arcade juga Kak?
Wangat Midnight Maximum Tune 3DX is probably kind of serious arcade game that I used to play. Gua terakhir main Wangan Midnight tuh it's already 6R. 6R paling terakhir. Terakhir gue mainin. Yes, I do have the Bandai Namco card. I don't know if the save is still there though. Karena udah lama. Tadinya sering zaman kuliah tuh kayak seminggu sekali aku ke time zone gitu main. Pandemic starts and ya, gara-gara pandemic dan nggak punya duit. Sorry, I stopped playing.
Tapi kalau misalnya ke arcade begini kita nggak bisa nyimpen progress kan?
Wangat Midnight bisa.
How?
Makanya aku bilang kayak punya kartunya. Yes. Aku juga masih nyimpen kartu dari 3DX loh. I posted on Twitter even.
3DXL?
Wangat Midnight Maximum True 3DX, yes. Jadi kartunya kalau tuh zaman 3DX tuh kartunya jadi masih individual. Jadi satu mobil tuh satu kartu. And I know a few friends that have like 5 cars, so 5 cards, 5 kartu, 6 kartu, 10 kartu. I think at one point I saw a guy with like a book essentially, and you do sell those cards sometimes. Kayak especially kalau horsepower-nya udah gede. But kesini-sini kan jadi satu kartu itu ya, kayak kalau kalian main My kan ada progress juga ya pakai kartu itu, pakai kartu Bandai Namco or I forget the other card name, tapi bisa pakai itu. Yeah, it does save your progress. You can even view it on websites, and there is a mobile app for it. Same with Initial D, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I did not play Initial D. I cannot drift. I hate drifting.
Okay. Kita lanjut Kak.
I prefer racing games that are just straightforward grip atau kayak circuit racer. I do not like drifting.
Okay. Kita lanjut Kak.
Boleh.
There is another question. I don't know if this actually like an Indonesian or no, but there is a question from Davy Chi. Any new projects as in audio RP?
I love you too, honey. I mean, there's a few series that I do need to continue.
Series.
My favorite series, yes. My favorite being namanya apa ya? Ku agak lupa. Essentially, it's a spider creature. Mana ya namanya? Drider. Kalau kalian sering main D&D, yes, I play D&D. Used to play D&D. A moth to flame. It's a moth di apa sih bahasa Indonesia moth tuh? Aku lupa.
Hangat.
And ya itu sama a drider, a spider humanoid creature. I love the script. I love the writer behind that script. I followed them. It's essentially it started off as a I guess you could say it's a psychotic drider kind of yandere, but as time goes on, you do fall in love with the listener, or my character falls in love with the listener. I miss him. Another series that I really love and I wish I could go back to, walaupun ngeditnya bakalan setengah mati, uh, is Abduct the Evil Sorcerer series. By the way, nama karakter dridernya tuh Ashton. The Ashton series I call it. Sorcerer tuh namanya Rupian. Rupiam. The Evil Sorcerer. It's a boys love. It's a BL series actually. Male for male. It's a gay series, and it follows an evil sorcerer ruler who abducted a kasar katanya, this evil sorcerer abducted a Dumbledore and it's do a lot of a lot of weird, not weird, tapi kayak dangerous quote unquote things to the Dumbledore, you the listener, the Dumbledore character. And who knows, maybe they fall in love, maybe you build resentment, I'm not too sure. Those two I do want to continue those series because I do enjoy the ini, tapi again, I do not want to see viewership numbers. That kills my motivation. Another series that I would love, dan ini agak multiple ini, another, if I'm correct, it's M4M2. It's a BL series, The Loyal Knight. Dan itu kalau nggak salah nyampur ke A Playful Prince, if I remember correctly. And there's a few audio role plays that I would love to do and even redo. Kayak bikin quote unquote remaster version of the audio role plays, because there's a lot of old audio that I re-listen. Yes, I do listen. I do re-listen to some of my old audios and go like, sebenarnya ini bisa dibikin lebih bagus. Ini bisa gue perbaikin. gue punya skill yang ini loh, atau gue punya sound effect yang ini loh. Kayaknya gue bisa perbaikin yang ini. But yeah, there's a few scripts that I would love to do again. But yeah. Muted.
Mikrofonku ternyata muted, aku lupa. Tadi saya batuk jadi saya lupa. Tadi saya bilang ini, kalau misalnya mau lihat dan mungkin tadi ketinggalan, Vincent ini dia bikin audio roleplay, kemudian bisa dicek di pin chat, ada link untuk Vincent, kemudian ada beberapa akun-akun lain di halaman home-nya. Ada semisal AkuDB, lalu tadi ada Dream Boyfriend juga, ada channel-channel lain juga di home-nya, bisa dilihat sendiri. Ada banyak, jadi kalau misalnya ketinggalan bisa dicek di sana. Terus yang dibilang barusan, yang project A Moth to Flame bisa dicek di link paling bawah yang ada playlistnya. Itu aku ada tertulis Kak, Domsap, kemudian ada Spicy, Teasing. Harus saya dengar nanti.
Bakalan ke arah situ, but there's a lot of teasing there. There's a lot of threats. Let's put it that way. Oh, Ashton, you psychotic little spider, you.
nanti mesti saya bahas, nanti saya dengar Kak kalau begitu. Yuk kita lanjut kalau begitu. Mumpung belum ada pertanyaan dari viewer, saya lanjut dulu kalau begitu Kak ke pertanyaan saya. Mulai kapan Kak streaming di Twitch Kak, dan sejak kapan dan kenapa?
Seperti yang gue tadi bilang, I started streaming at February 6? Yeah, 6th of February 2021. Although kalau ngomongin, if I talk about appearance, my first appearance on Twitch, it's probably even before. Again, I was a manager and editor for a channel called Fuchsia the Biscuit. You could check out at twitch.tv/Fuchsia, the color, FUCHSIA, the Biscuit. the biscuit, the food biscuit. Yeah, I've appeared on her stream a few times. With no models. With no models, it's just my voice. I think we played Among Us and a few group games there. I started my own stuff again February 2021 as Vincent Financi Vogel. As previously mentioned too, I did start a podcast. I believe I used my real name there with another fellow VTuber, Rizky Salminan, Tal Hopper. You know him as the political VTuber from Indonesia. Yeah, tadi pertanyaan apa lagi? Since when and why ya? Since when-nya udah, why-nya I think I did mention again. It's for my own amusement at first. Two, it's kinda bukan dream atau cita-cita, tapi kayak something I think I can do. My biggest inspiration, at least back then, was Tomska. If you ever been on YouTube 2010,
Tomska?
Tomska Richwell.
Wow.
I was
Aku
very into Edgeworld. And all of his group, I was really into that. Uber Hackstor Nova, I was a big fan of him. Yeah,
Uber
that was
Hackstor
early
Nova.
Uber Hackstor Nova.
Wow, aku tidak pernah dengar satu pun nama-nama ini.
You've seen PewDiePie. He's like the second grade. I feel very mean saying that, but people do compare him to PewDiePie. PewDiePie got bigger. Those two was my biggest inspiration. Surprisingly for car stuff. Sebenarnya ini juga kalau mau jujur bisa lihat di YouTubeku ada my inspiration, channel inspirasiku. That's basically how I start the gaming stream. The how I approach content creating in general. I like Tomska because I like the weird humor that he does. Edgeworld, same thing. Again, I wanted to be an animator at one point. Another inspiration would be Mike Burnfire. Mike Mike Burnfire.
Burnfire. Okay.
Yeah, I like him and Zach's because they're kind of like a duo. Mike and Zach, an American. Both of them are veterans. Zach specifically was an Iraq War veteran. He saw Iraq. He didn't like it. they both was very. I like their military stories because it shows how American military is, and I like how they approach gaming. I like how they blabber about stuff. It's the same reason how I could talk about cars while I stream, because I think people enjoy if you enjoy the topic, right? And that's what I see from Mike Burnfire. For audio roleplay, there's a lot of inspiration for audio roleplay. God, that's a lot. There's a lot of inspiration for audio roleplay. I would like to shout out again Dangerous ASMR. I think a lot of my editing or point of view is from Dangerous because she made a lot of cinematic feel. Serenity, same thing. Like her approach in storytelling and how she edits the audio roleplay, how each audio roleplay feels like a small movie. I like to also shout out a fellow Indonesian audio roleplay artist, Gigi Saigami or Gigi X Hunter. She made a lot of comfort audio, a lot of girlfriend audio, dream boyfriend too. Other than my boss, I do think his audios are really good. Story wise, how he approached each story, his imagination, I would say. And lastly, same with Yapping Posse, Posy on YouTube. he has the same weirdness as me of like, cause other than cars, I kinda enjoy weird electronics. So my other inspiration is Posse, Lazy Game Reviews. I forgot that other guy. Frick. Technology Connection is also another inspiration of mine. Another thing that I wish I could do, kinda like just introduce you a weird contraption, see how it works, or learn how it works. Dari dunia VTuber, I was inspired by Takarajiman. Siska Leonite, yes, I was a Niji Sanji Indonesian fan. I am sorry for being a Niji Sanji Indonesian fan.
Sebenarnya tadi aku mau nyinggung itu juga. Ini kan dari tadi si Vincent ngomongin banyak masalah inspirasi dan aku kayak buka di halaman YouTube-nya ada shelf untuk My Inspiration Alphabetical dan nama-nama yang disebutkan ada di sini. Mau nyinggung masalah Niji Sanji, apakah juga terinspirasi dengan Niji Sanji?
Yes or no. Sebenarnya untuk kayak how they stream gitu-gitunya enggak sih, but I am very inspired with their personality. I feel like specifically the Indonesian side of Niji Sanji, ex-Indonesia, if you want to be politically correct. A lot of them are very interesting. Kayak Rajiman, Taka Rajiman. I like his eccentric way to stream. I feel it's very refreshing to see. I'm pretty sure he's not role playing. I'm pretty dang sure he's not role playing. I think he's just a little silly. Siska Leonite, honestly, I just like her model. I'm sorry, Siska. Same with Bonifier. Bonifier juga kinda the reason why I stream, kinda.
Okay.
I just like his confidence, really. His confidence is really, really amazing.
Ini Neji Sanji ini yang beberapa bulan lalu itu ada beberapa pemberitaan yang ada pensiun.
Yes.
Soalnya kalau aku tidak terlalu mengikuti, cuma ada beberapa orang yang mengikuti Neji Sanji kayaknya di Twitter dan mutualku kayaknya banyak yang nge-retweet kayak graduate kayak begitu dan itu ada banyak bukan beberapa bulan terakhir.
Tapi kayak at least di mata Vincent ya, lulus atau pensiun is just itu kayak marketing ploy. It's marketing ploy. Dibilang pensiun juga enggak, because I know a lot of the both Niji Sanji and Hololive actually. A lot of the corporation actually have their own channels sebetulnya. Mau itu before they join the corporation or after. Because I know Bonifier streams again in another name. I think Siska also stream again in another name. I'm not sure about Taka. I think Taka just actually retires. What Daichan said, I see no difference. Itu kayaknya landscape corporation VTuber sekarang, I'm praying that it dies out. Tapi buatku lebih ke I don't think it's sustainable, at least with how they run things. Yes, hottest take from Vincent Firenze Vogel. I don't think corporation has the best interest nor will be long lasting. Wow. But yeah, I feel kayak Hololive juga ada beberapa yang mulai pensiun or graduate, depending on how you see it. Karena be it management stuff, beda visi misi, creative difference that always happens, right? It's the creative industry, of course. A creative difference is gonna be a reason for you to leave. Movie, animation, content creating groups, especially content creator groups juga sebenarnya banyak. But yeah, I feel it's just I mean udah lumayan juga 10 years they run like this, and a lot of the old VTubers in that corpo either retires just feeling tired, feeling burned out, feel like they are asked to do a lot of impossible things that they don't enjoy or feel like it's not them anymore. That's normal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that. Again, you may. I think this is another hot take of me. I don't see graduation as an actual thing. It's just them retiring as insert name here, because you do ended up seeing them as another name, and they ended up having more fun with that other name, which is good.
Oke.
So
Ada
anytime you
komentar.
can find them.
Ada komentar tadi. Untung Pak Ade VTuber indie. Iya, saya nggak ada di bawah siapa-siapa, Kak. Saya sendirian. Saya ada
We could
komentar
check.
juga. Pak Taka is somewhere, kata Nau Punkin. As in Taka ini kemudian
Tatarajiman, yeah. But I mean, I do believe he's somewhere. I don't know where he is, but pretty sure he's somewhere.
rebranding begitu.
Ya, karena di dunia korpo VTuber kan, I don't know if the other VTuber guests would talk about this, tapi kayak di dunia korpo VTuber kan, and this is something that I'm very strongly against. Kalau kalian retire atau dipecat or whatever it is, I mean dipecat makes sense, but retire gitu, you do not get your models or name anymore.
Ya,
That's
masuk
the
akal.
end of them. I don't think so. At least nggak di dunia internet celebrity. You do not do that. Again, this is sebenarnya tadi mau tangentnya dilanjutin, tapi but like lu lihat ini di zaman-zaman, cause Adley, you know Tom Scott, right?
I just Google the name.
Familiar at least. So I feel the viewer are familiar with the name Rooster Teeth, Funhouse. A lot of the quote unquote early internet celebrities, right? They don't retire. At least banyak terutama pas zaman 2010 ke 2020 tuh banyak teman-teman dari Rooster Teeth, even esports teams, right, yang jadi streaming dan mereka nggak jadi part of that esport team anymore kan, kayak not Liquid, I forgot his name. Banyak streamer gede yang sebetulnya dulunya part of an esport team kan, atau part of a streaming group, friends group, whatever, yang
Berapa
sempat gede.
bulan lalu tuh bukannya ada seseorang ya yang dari Valorant kalau tidak salah?
Like you still see them kan, username mereka nggak hilang ya, mereka tetap streaming misalnya jadi quote unquote indie lah, itu kan pakai nama mereka sendiri, no? Yeah, why can you not do that with VTubers? Takarajiman retires, okay, then let Takarajiman carry that Takarajiman name. It's his name.
Oh, I see.
Soalnya banyak, kalau nggak salah ada beberapa exception. I think the Hololive had that exception pas kemarin masalah with Tiongkok sama ini kan. They ended up keeping their VTuber models, VTuber names, layouts, and all that. Why can you not do that with other VTubers, corpo VTubers? Vsojo does that, tapi kayak I feel kalau pakai contoh Vsojo it's cheating, because they don't have their own model. Vsojo doesn't provide the models. You just ended up getting recruited by Vsojo.
Okay.
Vsojo managed to do that.
Ada komentar dari Nau Punkin. Nah, Holo CN full graduate wipeout. Aku sering baca begitu. Kalau misalnya abis graduate semuanya diarsipkan. Begitu kan?
I don't think that's wise to do. Hottest take ever, I know. Karena seingatku Holo CN ada beberapa yang wipeout, ada beberapa yang kayak dikasihin aja, kayak you're not part of Hololive anymore, but here's your model. Seingatku ada berita ke situ, but I don't know, mungkin they ended up not doing that.
Ada komentar, no one carry their name after graduate in Holo, kata Nau Punkin.
It's fake. Throws it out. But yeah, I feel that's unfair. I mean, hoki-hoki kalau misalnya viewer lama lu bisa ngikut ya dengan nama lu dan kawan-kawannya, stares at Tokibird. Tapi for those who are maybe a small VTuber even in the corporate world, that's kinda sad. I don't know. It's like I feel the online space you cannot do that. You cannot do the idol. No, I feel like it's not even fair to say you cannot do the idol thing. Even Japan, JKT48, AKB48, yada yada yada. They can still carry their own names. They're not stage names, you know.
Karena nama asli kan.
Yeah. then why can't you do that with Vtuber's? I mean, I feel like if I ended up being taken by a corpo, I would just say no. Vincent Vianajiboga and all that is mine. You cannot take that name out of me over my dead body, type of thing.
Oke, kita lanjut Kak kalau begitu. Ada pertanyaan terakhir dari aku di segmen ini. Biasanya nge-stream apakah di Twitch? Apakah hanya single player atau juga kebuka ke multiplayer ya? Tadi kan ada banyak klip-klip yang main multiplayer sama beberapa teman viewer lain ya.
Gue terbuka sih mau collab. Atau aku jarang sih buka room untuk viewers ya, cause I don't feel like I have that many viewers. Two, game-game yang gue mainin is not really that accessible. I mean, I did play web fishing. That's a bit more accessible. Jackbox too is quite accessible. Tapi kayak other than that, it's like, well, I play racing games. I play MMO like Destiny 2. That's not really that accessible to viewers. Jadi ended up-nya ya main sama temen. Hamster Size Asian. Nana pun kan. And with my VTuber group too, Devil's Inc. or Mortem Hearts. Hopefully we could play together, stream together. Yeah, I'm open with single player co-op. Again, I play mostly racing game, tapi kadang juga suka megang shooters, multiplayer or single player. Silly games like Among Us atau Peak. My partner DVG there just introduced me to a game called Peak. Yeah,
game baru kan?
Game baru, yes. It's quite cheap too, actually.
How much
I'm open to collabs. Lagi diskon 40 ribu gitu kalau nggak salah. 40 something. Ya.
Oke.
Kayaknya harga aslinya tadi lihat 60 ribuan gitu. But yeah, I'm open to basically anything. Multiplayer, single player. Again, as mentioned before, I also play with my headmates sometimes. So honestly, that's a very fun thing to talk about. How we change models. Yeah, sometimes I also play with them, and I just watch them play, or I would help out if they ended up like being stuck or like needed to take a break.
Oke. Oh, habis Kak kalau begitu dari aku. Aku sambil ngecek-ngecek dan ini boleh tanya sesuatu tidak ya sebelum mungkin habis ini break sebentar. Dari tadi menyinggung Devil's Inc. Do you would like to, I don't know, explain a bit more about this?
I'm staring at my partner who is the lead of that group. But
Nih isinya cuma ada 3 anggota.
For now, we're actually a group based on sins, the 7 deadly sins. Yeah.
Hah?
Dosa. 7 dosa besar.
What kind of sin are
we
you?
also have the angel version, Angels Go. So we're part of a bigger group called Mortem Hearts. Our lore is basically Mortem Hearts. We're basically a group of demons and angels. You have the 7 virtues and the 7 sins.
So if you say this is actually, if you say this is based on 7 sins,
deadly sin. Yeah.
What kind of sins are you, and why there are only 4?
At least for now, who have Twitch account, if I remember correctly, it's 4. But again, it's still an ongoing process. It's still like work in progress type thing, because I think even the angel side is still like setting things up, because we're still like making our models, lore, yada yada yada.
So this is like new.
It's a very serious group. It's very new. Yeah, it's still again ongoing process. To answer the what type of sin are you, Vincent? I am the personification of lust.
Hence your Twitter name is Lust.
Yes. The personification of lust. So for Devil's Inc. specifically, if I remember correctly, we're like a bar. We have a bar. Because of course we have a bar. We have greed, we have envy, Gluttony Plus, yours truly. And aku rada lupa Seven Deadly Sins apa aja. Di kelas-kelas agamanya udah mulai jelek. But yeah, there's also Angel's Code. The Seven Virtues, humility, apalagi sih? Kindness, if I'm correct. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I opened a Bible or a Quran. But
Ini
yeah,
BTW, kenapa orang-orang di chat room tadi talam Vince? Say it Vince, he said it. Kenapa? Why?
I did.
Kenapa? Ada apa dengan lust?
I wasn't sure how far I'm gonna talk about Devil's Ink. That was like a thing that I talked to my partner Deifichi. Deifichi is the god, essentially, the CEO of Mortal Hearts.
The god?
Yeah, so we have Deifichi, who is a god. I think they're helpers too. I don't think I'm allowed to say because I'm just a lowly demon.
Lowly demon?
Yeah, I feel I'm just a lowly demon. I do not possess the power to tempt God now, do I? Despite being personification of lust. Yeah. I don't think I could go with backstories just yet, but the only thing I could most likely reveal is I'm keeping the half elven robot, but I will tell there's a cute segue on why elven robot and what am I, why the android, what happened to Vincent, yada yada yada. It's still work in progress again. But I think it's gonna be a cute project where I also gonna do an audio play telling the story of Vincent.
Okay, there's a comment.
That's also another thing we base ourselves in colors too. We are color coded because of course we're color coded, and the sin of lust is pink coded.
But why do you? Is this your choice to become to be lost? How to ask this? Kenapa memilih lust begitu kak?
Kenapa lust? I cannot plead the fifth. I guess it's just an easy thing. I do think of myself as a very prude, very lewd, very lustful person.
Oh, okay.
I do like to flirt. I do like to tease. I do like. Again, I think you could kind of see pas tadi ngomongin Pornhub and how audio roleplay get involved and how the law behind it, yada yada yada. I do have a bit of knowledge there.
Okay.
And again, do not follow my Twitter unless you're prepared to see lustful things.
Okay.
So, dibilang dipaksain enggak, dibilang aku yang milih juga. Well, I feel my partner sees me and just okay, you're less.
Oke, nerimo begitu ya kak ya.
I do enjoy the label though.
Oke, Bang Ali ketahuan follow apa tuh? Follow akun ya kah? He followed me, so I have to follow him too.
I mean, you don't have to follow me.
Yes.
Really have to follow me. Also, if you follow me, just turn off retweets or mute me. You're welcome to do anything.
Kita lanjut kak, kalau begitu sudah habis pertanyaan dari aku dan reviewer, belum ada pertanyaan lagi. Kita break sebentar kalau begitu.
Boleh.
Sementara itu, setelah ini kita break sebentar ya. Ada 3 lagu tadi di request oleh Alex. Ada Kodomo Band dengan Dry Your Tears. Ada request dari Dia Chan, Vengeance dari Cold Rain. Ada request dari Angkero Kun, Dunia Baru dengan Bang Face. Setelah itu kan kita lanjutkan nanti ya. Masih di segmen kedua, masih bincang-bincang dengan bintang tamu kita pada malam hari ini, Vincent VNZ Vogel. Baik, biar tidak lama-lama, selamat mendengarkan 3 lagu selanjutnya ya.